Happy Thanksgiving to each and every one of you guys. Thank you so much for spending it with us here on Tennessee Football Talk. Before we get into today's content, I want to know, what is your go-to Thanksgiving Day meat? If it's turkey, like the video. If it's ham or something else, comment down below. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I've been hearing a lot of turkey slander recently, and frankly, I'm not going to stand for it. I love me some turkey. It is the only way I do Thanksgiving. And if you disagree, let me know in the comments. And if you prefer ham, maybe move to Canada. All right, I digress. Let's get started with the rest of today's video. Welcome into the show. My name is Joey Petersen. Coming up for you, we got a ton of stuff to talk about. Number one, we never saw this coming. I'm going to tell you who I'm talking about. We're going to go with a little bit of a deep dive into his stats in just a couple of seconds. And then we're going to round out today's show with who has the edge on Saturday against Vanderbilt. We're going to go position group by position group. I'll tell you which side I favor between the Vols and the Doors. But today, we're going to start off by shining a little bit of light on the Tennessee Volunteers quarterback one. Of course, I'm talking about the man, Joey Aguilar. And look, I know we've talked a lot about Joey Aguilar this season. It's been impossible not to. He's a very polarizing figure among Vol fans. I get it. There's a lot of people who love him, thinks he walks on water, think he's been the saving grace for Tennessee football so far this season. There's also a lot of people that thinks he turns the ball over too much and are kind of ready for him to get out of Knoxville, which I don't necessarily agree with, but I do see a lot of those people on social media. But I need to point you to something that we saw earlier this week. If you look at Tennessee quarterbacks that have thrown for 3,000 yards or more in a single season, there's only been 5, and Joey Aguilar finds himself on that list. With Peyton Manning, who did it twice, GOAT, Sheriff, Erik Ainge in 2007, Tyler Bray in 2012, Hendon Hooker in 2022, and of course, Joey Aguilar right there in 2025 with still a game left to play. And you would be straight up looking me in the eyes, lying to me if you ever saw that coming. If you said that you saw this coming back in April when Nico Iamaleava transferred, Joey Aguilar came in, everybody said, okay, the best of all is going to do so far this next season, it's going to be 6-6. That's their ceiling. Joey Aguilar, he just threw 13 interceptions playing for Appalachian State. He's not going to be able to do anything in the SEC. Are you kidding me? And he's going to end this season being a top 5 yards getter for the Tennessee Volunteers in the history of this program. The only quarterbacks to win in the swamp in the last 50 years for the Tennessee Volunteers is Casey Clausen and Joey Aguilar. That's it. That's the list. End of story right there. Okay? I get it. Joey Aguilar can be a little bit turnover prone. I get it. That pick 6 he threw against the Alabama Crimson Tide right before halftime seemed like an absolute dagger. Those picks he threw in the second quarter against Oklahoma seems like that's what ended this team's playoff chances. But he has been far more than anything we could have ever wished or could have ever hoped. I find myself to be a massive optimist. If you've watched this show for any amount of time, I'm sure you would agree with me when it comes to that. But I did not think that this could have been possible under Joey Aguilar. The efficiency in which he runs this offense, his accuracy, there's just not enough good things I could say about him. Appreciate you guys for still tuning in. If you're still watching, this is your first time here, make sure that you guys subscribe to the channel. We are almost done with our season-long sub-battle against the Alabama Football Report, down 31 subscribers. We've been down a lot recently, probably because Alabama's been doing a little bit more winning than Tennessee has over the last couple of weeks. But I want to be doing the winning right here on this channel. If you hate the Crimson Tide, if you love the Vols, and if you love daily videos, all for 100% free, subscribe to the channel, join the over 9,500, 9,400 that have already done that, and hit that sub button. If you look at his rankings and statistics among the SEC, he is at the top of the list pretty much in every single category. Yards, he finds himself at first with 3,145. Touchdowns, he's tied for third with 23. Completion percentage, that's pretty much his worst, and that's 67.0%, and he's sixth best. Average yards per pass, second best. Quarterback rating, second best. And I mean, just compare him to what Nico did last year in 13 games. He had 2 more games, and Joey has 500 yards to this point, 4 more touchdowns, a quarterback rating that's better, almost 2 yards more average per pass, completion percentage 5 points higher. No matter what happens with Joey's future, whether that's he's back another year for Tennessee, whether he goes and gets drafted, I don't know what's going to happen. That all seems very, very much up in the air right now. But you won't be able to tell the story of the Tennessee Volunteers in the year of 2025 without Joey Aguilar. Nico left in April. And I get it. That was 7 months ago. But I need us all to close our eyes, unless you're driving, and just rewind the clock a little bit of how we felt at that moment. Hell, even rewind it to how we felt the moment we knew Joey Aguilar was transferring. Even rewind it to the moment he was named the starter over Jake Merklinger and George McIntyre. Nobody ever imagined this. Show him some love for me. He deserves it. Spam those 6s down below in that comment section. If you love Joey Aguilar, let me know down below. We got more to talk about. I got who has the edge coming up in just a couple of seconds. But make sure you're taking advantage of this deal because we are now less than a month away from Christmas. And I know for a fact you have not started your Christmas shopping. I know you've been slacking off. Believe me, I have as well. Well, I'm going to help you out and get you this smoky gray quarter zip for just $30 if you use chatsports.com/UTQzip. If you've got someone in your life that you know needs a little bit more Tennessee merch, and let's face it, every single one of us needs a little bit more Tennessee merch. You can go to chatsports.com/UTQzip and get him or her this for just $30. I'll put that link in the comments. Also, in the description of today's video. So click on it, check out, and that'll be yours in just a couple of days. Alrighty, to round out today's show, like I said off the top, we're going to talk about who has the edge, okay? This is between Tennessee, Vanderbilt. We're going to go position group by position group, and I'm going to tell you which one I favor. Starting off on offense, and namely with the head coach. Look, Clark Lee has done some incredible things with the Vanderbilt Commodores. But if I got to take one coach for one game, give me Josh Heupel. That's why I give the edge to the Tennessee Volunteers here. You may not like his game management, right? And I question his game management pretty much every single game. I think that's something that he might need to give up next year. But he's just coming off of walking into the swamp and hanging up 31 points in the first half, okay? Josh Heupel is a damn good football coach. And if you don't believe me, then frankly, I just don't think we're going to see eye to eye, and we just need to agree to disagree on this. But if you're talking who has the edge between Vanderbilt and Tennessee when it comes to head coach, give me the balls. Quarterback, I'm going to make this one push. Look, and I dislike Diego Pavia, I promise you, more than anybody on this earth. Don't believe me? Look up Diego Pavia in my Twitter handle and just see how many times I've tweeted about him. I am man enough to admit he lives rent-free in my head. He owns property up there. So believe me when I say I don't like the guy, but I do think they push, okay? I think if you're just looking at a pure pocket passer, Joey Aguilar's better. I think Diego's probably a little bit more careful with the ball, less interceptions. Diego's better with his legs. They both have the ability to extend plays. So, because of that reason, I'm going to give that a push. Running back, Tennessee. Diego Pavia is Vanderbilt's leading rusher, and Deshaun Bishop has been phenomenal. He went into Florida, rushed for over 100 yards, walk on, unbelievable talent. He can make plays, he can extend plays, he can break tackles. He's got straight line speed. He's got everything you could want in a running back. Wide receiver, I'm going to give this to Tennessee as well. I would give the tight end edge to Vanderbilt. We don't do tight ends here, but if we're just talking wide receivers, Tennessee has one of the best wide receiver trios in the country, and Vanderbilt does not. Offensive line, this one came close to a push, but I'm going to go Tennessee here as well. I get it. You might think I'm a homer. Just wait. I'll talk defense in a second. That one's a little bit more even, but I stand by every single thing I'm saying right here. Tennessee's offensive line is one of the best in the SEC, okay? And while they might not be fully healthy right now, I still have a lot of faith in them. Defensive line, I'm going to go Tennessee as well here. I just think they're more stacked. I think they're more consistent. I think they're deeper. Linebackers, though, I'm going to go Vanderbilt. I think Arian Carter might be the best linebacker on the field. I just think that Vanderbilt has more of them. And Perlotti, he's got a high ceiling. Cannot wait to see what the future holds for that guy. But give me Langston Patterson and the Vanderbilt Commodores when it comes to linebackers. Cornerbacks, I'm going to go Tennessee here. Vanderbilt's cornerbacks have struggled this season, and the reasons that they've had some good numbers is because of how good their safeties are. That's why I'm going to go Vanderbilt safety. Okay? Look, I get it. Ty Redmond has struggled at cornerback. Colton Hood's been good. Give me the Vols for cornerback. Give me safety. Give me Vanderbilt. They've got a couple of guys back there that have been really, really impressive this season. And if you've watched me for any time talk about the safety room, you know I think it's Tennessee's biggest weakness. Who you got on Saturday? Vols, Commodores. Let me know down below. Type T for Tennessee. Type V for Vanderbilt. Weigh in down below with your answer. That's going to do it for today's show. I'm going to get on out of here. Hope you enjoy today with your family. Make sure to follow me on social media and make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Eat lots of turkey. Eat lots of mashed potatoes, mac and cheese. Watch some good football. Take a nap. Do all of the great things. Enjoy your holiday.